Hi all, hope all are doing good. Okay, so we are continuing our Euro Cup special video. Today we are going to focus on Hungary versus France match, which is due to be played tomorrow. Okay, so we will be focusing on both mini and mega league teams. We are going to analyze it, and I'm also going to reveal to you which team I'm going to play. I'm going to reveal all my entire 11 team in both mini league and also in mega league. The only change that might happen is after the lineup is out. If any player doesn't make it to the starting 11, of course, then there will be a change. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it the same team which I'm going to show to you today. Okay, so let's go and start our video. Okay, so as you can see, we are going to analyze both teams' past match performance, and then we'll move on. Okay, so Hungary played Portugal last time, and actually, to be frank, they fought very hard. They fought very hard until that 80th minute when the first goal went in. Okay, after that it was all Portugal, but they fought very hard against Portugal. So defensively they were very composed, and they hardly gave any serious chance to Portugal in that first half. Also in the second half until that 80th minute. So their defense looks okay to me, but since you're going to play against France, even that defense might not be enough for them. I worry. Offensively, they offered very little against Portugal. Yes, they had some shots on targets, but if you analyze it, you cannot call any of those chances a serious one, like a sitter, the striker missed or something like that. There was nothing like that. So offensively they are poor, and defensively they look much composed. Okay. So now talking about France, as we all know, they defeated the German side 1-0, courtesy of an own goal from Hummels. But even though it was an own goal, Mbappe scored almost a screamer of a goal, world-class goal, which was given offside, unfortunately. When I saw that match, I understood one thing. In the current situation, there is no other team that can match France when they are going forward. They are going forward with pace, they are going forward with precision, and the finishing is like world class. Whether you take Mbappe, Benzema, or Griezmann, and they have another second set of players who are waiting in their substitute bench. So offensively, France are just terrifying. Okay. And they showed us why they are the world champions. They showed us why they are world champions against a side like Germans, who, believe me, the Germans didn't play bad at all in that game. Okay, they played very well, but since it was France, they couldn't take anything out of the game. Otherwise, they would have at least snatched a draw in this match. Okay. Now, the Hungary versus Portugal match stat, if you look at it, as I told you, offensively they offered very less when you see it, but still you can see they made 3 targets, 3 on target shots, but nothing was a clear-cut chance, as I told you. And the possession was dominated by Portugal, as you would expect. But the thing that strikes me, that look at that balls recovered. Look at that, 58. Look at the tackles, 22. So defensively, they were strong. They were strong enough. But the problem is they couldn't go forward with any ambition. They didn't. You cannot say ambition. They couldn't do so. That was the firepower is very less in their forward side. So that is a problem in the Hungary side. Okay, now coming to France match against Germany stats. As you can see, the stats, it's telling us a different story, isn't it? because total attempts, France had only 4 total attempts comparing to Germany's 10. Germany had more attempts off target. Germany matched France in on target. They blocked more shots. They they dominated possession when comparing to France. They had 58% possession. But when you watch the match, you know what happened. So that's why we sometimes call like a possession or possession won't win you matches, the old saying. Okay, so you have to be that much clinical in front of the goal, and that's what France did against Germany. Okay, coming to Hungary versus Portugal player ratings. Okay, I have got all the 11 players who have played that day against Portugal, the player ratings, out of which we are not going to waste time by going into each of them. We're just going to highlight the players which we think played better. The Peter Gulaski, their goalkeeper, played very well. He made a couple of great stops and very much deserved more than a 3-0 loss at the end. Then the player I thought who worked very hard was Andre Botka, the centre back, because he handled the threat from Portugal's left very, very well, and he remained strong and composed, as I told you previously, and throughout to make he went out to make 12 interventions. That's the main point here. So my point of view, he was the player for Hungary in that match. He was their best player on pitch. Okay, then I would like to focus on Andras Schaffer in midfield, because despite his lack of experience, he was arguably his side's brighter player going forward, or whether you call it for covering back also. Okay, so that how a midfielder should behave in such a match against a stronger opposition. Only one guy was there showing us that for Hungary. That was Andras Schaffer. Okay. And finally, I would like to point out their centre forward, Adam Zalai. Yes, he had very few opportunities, but he's committed. He is always committed for his country or club, anywhere he plays. So he held the ball very, very well at times. And some of the whatever threat that came from Hungary was through him only. So he's another one we should keep an eye on. Coming to the player ratings of France, as you can see, I have given all the player ratings here, but we are going to selectively take some of them. In defense, I would like to highlight Lucas Hernandez, because he made a vital intervention after creating the goal, and his dangerous crosses. His crosses were like boom boom. It was bombardment in the German area. And he, attacking wise, he's such a threat. Attacking wise. And he knows because he plays his club football in Germany, so maybe he knows a little bit of that. But he was fantastic in defense for France and also going forward. Okay, in midfield, there are a couple of boys which I would like to highlight. One is N'Golo Kante, and the other one is Paul Pogba. Okay. Kante, what you can say, if he plays 100 matches, 99 matches, his player rating will be the same. Okay, he's that kind of a guy. And Paul Pogba, he looked a different player. He certainly looked a different player when comparing to when he played for Manchester United this past season, because he was putting through balls and loft balls like anything. Seriously impressive display from him. And another one, the last one, but not the least, of course, Kylian Mbappe. Because his pace, man, he really showed why he is one of the world's best upcoming talent. Okay, you cannot say him now like an upcoming talent. He is a world-class talent. He is a world-class player. We have to say that now. All right. So now we'll talk about the players that we must have in our Dream 11 team. I have taken 3 players from each teams. Okay. Having said that, first player I have given here is Andre Botka. We discussed it a short while ago. He was fantastic. He really impressed me in that game against Portugal. But in Dream 11, the problem is we are almost 99% sure that France are going to score against Hungary. All right. So we cannot have him in our mini league anyway near the mini league, because that will be a huge risk. Okay. Even in mega league, I suggest, as I have already told you, you have to play at least 10 to 11 teams in mega league. Okay. So you can put this guy in two of them. I'll suggest to put this guy in two of your teams. Okay. Rest, you cannot take that risk. Okay. So that is Andre Vodka. Then the next two Hungary players are Andre Schaffer and Adam Zalai. Andre Schaffer, as I told you, midfielder. Midfield is always going to give you points in Dream 11, whether you are in a strong side or your weak side. If you are good, if you are giving passes, if you are making tackles or interceptions, it is going to give you points in Dream 11. And also, remember, we have to pick four guys from Hungary. So he will be there in my all team for tomorrow. Andre Schaffer, also Adam Zalai. Because remember, shot on target is also having points in Dream 11. Okay, so any threat that Hungary is going to create tomorrow is by this guy, Adam Zalai. So you must have Adam Zalai and also Andre Schaffer in all your teams, whether you're playing mini, mega, whatever. Okay, coming to France players, I have given Lucas Hernandez as the first must pick, because he is going to give you points in defense section, he is going to give you points in attacking section, he is going to give you points in even midfield section. Do you know what I mean by that? Right? Because he is going to give you some assist or goals. In attacking wise, he is going to give you a clean sheet. 90% I'm sure they are going to keep a clean sheet against Hungary. So he's going to give you a clean sheet over there. He's going to give you attacking points. So he's going to give you some midfield passing points. So he is a must pick. He'll be my first pick in the France team. Moving on to the midfield section, we have to have N'Golo Kante in our team. He may not give you goals, he may not give you assists, but he does everything else for you. So we need that kind of a player in Dream 11. The tackles, interceptions, etc. So Kante will be Kante. So Kante is a must pick. And then, as you all know, everybody will be picking this guy, Kylian Mbappe. Okay, and I will suggest, and 90% of the guys' captain will be also Kylian Mbappe. And it should be, especially in mini league. Okay, so that's it about player ratings. Now we will move on to the Dream 11. Okay, fine. So as you can see, this will be my mini league team for Hungary versus Portugal match tomorrow in Dream 11. Okay, I'll be posting my rankings in mini league. Mini league, you have to be careful in which mini league you are joining. Okay, that's a tricky one. I will do a separate video on that. But for now, this is my mini league team for Hungary versus Portugal match tomorrow. Okay, I'll be keeping Mbappe as captain and Lucas Hernandez as vice captain. You can play a little bit here if you want. If you want, you can change this Hungary midfield a little bit. You can swap some other guys. Okay, but I prefer to keep it this way. I'm not forcing anyone. As a disclaimer, I am saying again in my video, I'm not forcing anyone to take this team. This is just what I'll pick in tomorrow's game. It's just a suggestion. Okay, moving on to the Mega League team. This is where you must take risk. But in this case, we know almost 90% what it's going to be, the result is going to be. So in this case, there is, I think personally, there is nothing that we can gain by taking so much of a risk. Yes, you can gain some by taking small risk, and that is what I took here. As you can see, I have put Karim Benzema as my captain. He was poor against Hungary. If any French player was poor on that day, it was Karim Benzema for me. But since it's Mega League, since you want to take a risk in Mega League in order to achieve more rankings higher up the table, I will prefer to make Karim Benzema as captain in one of your mega league team at least. Okay, so I'll be going with this team. Okay, and you can play along with this team. Like you can make Varane as captain, Hernandez, Mbappe, Pavard, Mbappe all as captain, and try to interchange the captaincy and vice captaincy within this team and play around 6 to 7 teams. Build 6 to 7 teams with this team. Then you can have a three shots where you think that will be the best 11. So that's the way to go for tomorrow. Hope you liked it. Hope you will play tomorrow the game, and don't forget to comment. If you have any suggestion to me, kindly comment in the comment section. Okay, regarding the mini league, mega league, or any other doubt you are having. Okay, and also please guys, I'm a beginner in YouTube, so kindly subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel, like, and as I told you, please comment whatever suggestions that you are having to improve my channel. Okay, please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.